Hey Taurus, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from December 30th through January 1st, 2023. This is for Taurus. Last shuffle coming up here. Taurus here. Okay. Taurus, what we have is hidden motivations and playing it safe. I think the whole lesson throughout the year and what has accumulated up until this weekend is realizing that sometimes you got to move in silence. That may be sometimes the best thing, right? Sometimes it's like I know a lot of people say this, right? That when you share your goals with another person, then you become accountable. Like how you would go to AA meetings or such, right? And it's like, well, then they hold you accountable. And that's the key to a lot of people's success. And it looks like you're at this place where you're like, the key to my success is holding myself accountable, right? If I don't do something for me, then how is it going to stick? Right? If I don't do it because I want to do it, then how is it going to stay? How is this change going to be permanent in my life, or how is this path going to work for me if it's not a path that I choose for myself and I discipline myself? Look, I can't make this up if I tried, because Hierophant represents that energy as well as Taurus. Okay, so this is you being yourself. And you also could be an Aries Taurus cusp. I just want to throw that out there. You have hidden motivations with Page of Cups, the Star, and the Fool, and Four of Pentacles. This is like you're keeping a lot to yourself, right? Because the thing is that you have hope in your endeavors. You're jumping out and doing some things. You may be just getting your feet wet in things, and you realize that when you are doing so, it's best for you to have confidence in it rather than to share it with other people, because it looks like when you do, you get minimal feedback, or feedback that breeds hopelessness, feedback that makes you feel uncomfortable about what you're doing. So it's like, you know what? The most important thing for me to do is follow my own path, my own journey. And I keep this to myself for now until I am comfortable with what I'm doing, because I can encourage myself. This is playing it safe with the Four of Wands and the Fool. This is about taking steps, at comfortable steps, taking comfortable leaps of faith, comfortable risks that you feel good about, and you're doing it on your terms. Taurus, this is like so beautiful that I can't even really express how beautiful, because that's how it's like this is how you build the building blocks to your success here, right? Because you are like I said, some people need that. They need that validation from others, and you may have learned throughout the year that you're not getting validation from others. If anything, they're validating your fears. They're validating the hopelessness you feel. So it's like it's better for you to do this on your own. It's like then you come out with it and you're like, oh my gosh, like, you know, you made this amazing dress or something. And if you would have asked for like ideas from other people, or you would have expressed your goal or something, they would have told you that it was impossible, and that would have ended it there. Be great gratitude, right? As the Eight of Swords and the Emperor, you have to have great gratitude for the times where you were stuck, you know, writer's block, and those things, and you work through it on your own. This is a person who realizes, instead of being left like when that those things occurred where you were being fed negative feedback even, and it was like then you might have taken it in and been like, maybe they're right, maybe that is not going to be possible, maybe da. You have to be grateful for the fact that you were still strong in it. You said, from here on out, I'm just going to do it and not tell anybody about it right now, right? And that's the best part about this, is that being grateful for those times that you did hear negative feedback, it still came out a boss, still took control of your situation. You just decided, you know what, from here I'm just going to keep myself to myself, okay? And so that's something here, very nice. Planning an action, no lie, I cannot make this up. You have High Priestess and you have Ten of Cups. This is this is a person here. The energy you come with is that you're happy, no one knows why. You're like, you know what, I'll even reconcile. You may even have made up with those people or still broke bread with them, but you just decided, I'm going to still be cool with you, but you just don't need to know what my next steps are. Like, I can't, I'm just going to keep a lot to myself. I'm going to let spirit guide me. I'm going to let my intuition guide me. But until then, we could still be cool, because what's the point of breaking it off with you? You're just expressing your opinion. It's my fault for asking. It's my fault for including you in things. Now I know where you stand. So it would be my fault now if I told you stuff and you derailed me. Now I understand this, right? So this is an evolved, highly evolved Taurus, right? That just gets it all the way through. You have to be very grateful. This is a weekend to be grateful for the times where you were actually stubborn. And people talk about Tauruses all the time about how stubborn they are, and it really it burns me up because I'm like, they're not stubborn in a sense of ignorance. It's that if it works for them, they're going to keep doing what they're doing because they understand that their path is for them. What spirit incites you to do or inspires you to do is for you. And that's what the Hierophant and High Priestess speaks of. The High Priestess gets downloads. She hears things. She even sees visions. And even this right here says you feel things on a deep intuitive level. This is feelings, Ten of Cups. Especially when you are happiest, when you are content emotionally, you are getting downloads. And the Hierophant, he applies those downloads to real life experience, and he knows, it's like he understands the law of physics, and he also understands that things are metaphysical as well. And so this is very awesome. It's like, be grateful for those times where you were stuck and stagnant, because look what came out of it. Look where you are. Look where you are in your life, right? It's time to really look at that, regardless of how bad things were, because it does look like whenever you did speak out or whatever you did do, there's a reason why you're hiding your motives. And it's because these things, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's career, something creative, whether it is family, these are sacred to you. And so sharing that with other people a lot of times can cheapen how you feel about something, or cheapen just your that unit, or that goal, or that wish, or that talent that you have, or your family. It cheapens it to others. So it's like you realize, I got to keep it to myself, because you know what, I'm getting downloads. When I ask for assistance from spirit, I get answers. And I also have the knowledge and the know-how to get things done, and I could do it safely and comfortably. I don't need other people to tell me how to do it. So this is very beautiful. You could be dealing with another Taurus. We have Aquarius and Pisces, Aries. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Aries cusp, and Aquarius, Pisces cusp. You could be an Aries, Taurus cusp. We also have Scorpio and Cancer. Doesn't have to be these signs that you're dealing with. They could be in your chart. But way to go, right? And so that's what we have for you, Taurus. All right, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.